Hi, it's Tess, and today's tip is 462, and I'm talking more about tips on self-love. It was something I started yesterday. There were over 30 tips, but I didn't get through them all yesterday, so I figured I'd pick up today. And for me, self-love, self-worth, self-confidence, that was the number one thing I had to do when I got into the second round of trying to lose 100 pounds. And that's why I believe that 6 years out, I'm still in this journey and still moving forward instead of backwards. And I'm not doing a lot of yo-yoing. I mean, day to day, my weight will change, but week to week, it tends to, for the most part, go down. It will be small amounts, but it does go down. Just that reminder, I was at a BMI of 60 6 years ago, and I'm in this journey trying to make sure that I don't have to battle that demon again. I want to enjoy life. I want to have fun. I want to have experiences and adventures, and I just keep moving forward to find ways to keep myself excited, curious, and in a place of feeling good so that I make this journey work. One of the tips about self-love that came up, the last one from yesterday was meditate. I do that every day. I've already done it today, possibly do it again tomorrow. The next one that they talked about in this list of 30 for self-love was remember who you are, experience life, all parts of it, but don't overconsume drama. So if there are people in your life that are just full of drama and just full of conflict and like to live in that place of conflict, if that doesn't feel good for you, you don't want to live there. You don't want to keep yourself in a place where things don't feel good. I do agree with that. I like easy flow. I like to enjoy my life. I like to move forward positively. And someone's on with me, so hello, good to see you. The next one is, I kind of today talked about meditate. It's something I do all the time. Number 2 is remember who you are. And if there are people that love to live in that place of drama or conflict, don't choose to live there with them. You're going to encounter it, but just move forward. The next one is love your body. Wherever you're at, love your body. And as you continue to improve and feel better, you'll find more things to love. Love your energy. Love that your body is getting smaller. Love that your clothing feel better. Love that you're learning to eat foods that make you feel good. There's a lot to love. Number 18 was try minimalism, and that kind of goes hand in hand with stuff that Doc V says a lot about if you have more clutter in your life, in your mind, in your relationships, in your environment, it just makes moving forward harder because you can become overwhelmed by the stuff around you. Number 19 is list positive things about yourself. This is probably a good one if you're having a rough day. Everyone has positive things, and then everyone has things that they feel they could improve, but we all tend to focus on those. So list the positive things. Are you loyal? Are you a loyal friend? Are you a hard worker? Do you never give up? Just all kinds of things. You have pretty hands. You have pretty nails. You care about your friends. You care about your family. There's a lot of good things. So if you struggle with feeling good about yourself, give yourself a list of things to remind yourself. And if you... my unlimited coach, when I first got involved with her a year ago, asked that you reach out to 3 people and have them tell you the things about you that they thought were strong. So that might be a good thing too. Just a refresher, meditate, remember who you are, and don't allow yourself to be sucked into the drama stuff. If you keep yourself in a place of feeling good, if that's where somebody likes to live, they tend to not invite you into that environment because you're no fun if you're always happy and joyful and they like to live in that place of conflict and drama. Love your body, try minimalism, that list of positive things about yourself. And then this one's a good one, and I realize I do this a lot when I'm overwhelmed by numbers because I'm a number person. It says, don't be afraid to be creative. I've always liked creativity as an outlet. Like when my brain is overwhelmed by numbers, creativity has been a great outlet for me. And I think I'm now realizing that even in my work environment and other areas of my life, creativity is okay. For a long time, I thought it wasn't. And so I always sought the avenues like whether it's crocheting or knitting or painting or cake decorating. And it can be fun. I took cake decorating with my mom, my sister, and my niece. And the funniest part about that is I'm a number person. My niece is extremely creative. She's created some pretty amazing things in her life. And when we were taking the cake decorating class, there were times when she'd go, don't worry, Auntie, I'll fix it for you. But you know what? It's the funny story. We laugh, and I don't care. I tried to be creative, and maybe I just wasn't as creative. But it's a fun story, and it was something I enjoyed. So another thing is, learn continuously. I 100% agree with that. I love learning. I continue to learn every day. I want to learn because it's fun. There are things out there I didn't know. There are avenues to go down. There are people doing things I never even dreamed of, and it's fun to learn about it. So if you can get to that place where it's fun, and you can pick your avenue of learning. Do you like audiobooks? Do you like book books? Do you like YouTube videos? Do you like online courses? Do you like coaching? Do you like mentoring? What is the avenue? I would say pick one, and then if that needs a little twisting, find another one to add on to it. There's always something, and it does make living so much more fun. The next one is stop being too tough on yourself. And I think I'm going to stop being too tough on yourself, I think is a big one. It's like even this morning, I was on the road yesterday, but because I was on the road yesterday, I didn't get my normal amount of steps in. I think I barely hit half of what my normal steps are a day. And I decided to give myself grace. If I was on the road over 4 hours, I wanted to give myself grace about the steps. But my first thought this morning when I got up was, I gained weight. I'm sure I did because, even though I was trying to drink water, I was also on the road. So, did I stop enough? Was I drinking the water? I didn't get my steps in. I ate, but I didn't overeat, but I didn't eat my normal stuff. So my first thought was, did I gain weight? And when I got up this morning, no, I'm down. So we got to stop being hard on ourselves because I think sometimes we assume to fail when we really didn't. Sometimes we push ourselves into that fail because the old me would have refused to wait for a week wanting to get better, but then I would have spent a week being bad. So I think it's really important, and I'm going to mark this because this will probably be where I stop for today on these. But I think it's really important that we start to identify where we are sabotaging ourselves. I have been notorious in the past to be an all or nothing person. If I'm not doing 500 things towards my goal, then I'm not doing enough. And what I finally realized through all these materials and mentors that I've been connected with, one, I need to be happy and enjoy the journey because that allows me to be curious and love the idea of learning and love meeting new people instead of hiding away, always thinking like I failed or like I could have done more. As long as we are trying to beat what we did yesterday ourselves, it's an internal competition. Am I better today than I was yesterday? If you're working in that direction, then that's enough. It's not competition with the guy next to you. It's not competition with your entire group. It's about you. Are you moving forward? And I'll just kind of go through and refresh like all of them from yesterday and today. But this is about self-love, which was a big thing for me. Self-love, self-confidence, self-worth, self-image, whatever you want to call it. It's about getting to that place where you feel good about yourself so that you move forward on your journey. And the things that this talked about to keep in mind is get rid of striving to be perfect. That's just it's a learning, and trying to be perfect and be flawless is not reasonable. And it's not really exciting either, because then what do you have to look forward to? Number 2 was realize societal expectations are generally unrealistic, and we all know that from being on social media. I even joked yesterday that hi Shan, I'm not sure who else is on, but thank you for being here. I joked yesterday that when I went to my class reunion, everyone wanted to ask what cars they were driving, and I'm like, how ridiculous. Good morning, it's so good to see you. And I thought it was so ridiculous, everybody inside a class reunion asking what cars they were driving, because in the parking lot I saw that all the cars were rental cars. So you can tell everybody what you're driving, but it's a lie. So let's not lie to ourselves anymore. Let's just enjoy. It's okay if you're driving. I drive a car that is 10 years old, and I don't care because I love it. I don't have to pay monthly payments on it, and I just move forward. Life moves forward. And there's so many amazing things that I can do otherwise. I don't care about keeping up with the Joneses. I just care about making myself better. Hi, Patty. Good to see you. And hello to everybody who's on with me. So I'm just kind of reiterating some self-love things from yesterday and today. I have a few more for tomorrow. So the first one was stop trying to be perfect. It's not realistic to be flawless. Stop trying to meet societal expectations. They're not reasonable. We know that. Live in the moment, live for today, because everything you're doing today is creating your tomorrow. If you get lost in trying to create tomorrow, you'll blow what you could do today that'll make tomorrow beautiful. The next one is daily gratitude. I love gratitude. Gratitude has helped me when I start to feel lower, like worry and below. Being appreciative of what I do have has helped me to feel better. Embrace knowing that you can't control everything. Really, basically, the only person you have control over is right here. So if you're working on that person and you're better today than you were yesterday, that's a win. It also talks about self-care is not selfish. That was a hard one for me too. I always believed that in order to deserve anything, I had to do something for another person. And I'm realizing you can never really make that other person happy. So stop putting so much energy into it. Then the next one they talked about is check in with yourself emotionally. If you're feeling kind of wonky, and this is a Zara Mahoon comment, but if you're feeling wonky, think about, are you getting enough water in? Have you fueled your body with foods that are fresh and live and feel good? Or are you thinking thoughts that are bringing you down? Could a couple-minute meditation? Exactly. I got rid of my 2021 Toyota Camry. I didn't want to be, yeah, see, and I'm totally fine with the car, because what do I need to worry about this year? Tires. I'll buy some heavy-duty quality tires because they'll try to last longer, but I don't, you know what? I'd rather buy some camping equipment and join a bunch of my friends down at a ranch in New Mexico. So it's about what your choices are. What do you want in life? What do you want to enjoy? And I can't wait, because one day we're going to all be down in that ranch together, and it'll be amazing. Another thing about that checking in with yourself emotionally is a 5-minute meditation can turn it for me. A glass of water if your body's feeling in a lull. Even gratitude journaling, affirmations, any of that brings me up. Pre-paving, I've been working a lot with putting together statements so that I say them throughout the day to remind this brain of mine, this monkey mind, what I want it to be saying to itself instead of giving it free rein to create havoc. The next one is tighten your circle. Doc V and Chris Nagel talk about this a lot. The highest you're ever going to achieve is for that circle of people that you hang with about connecting and improving your life. I'm not saying you dismiss your family, your love circle. I call it the love circle. Those are people you love and you are grateful that they're there and they've been a part of your life forever. But there's another circle. I kind of look at it, probably a larger circle. I kind of call it my Fort Knox circle ever since the zipline fiasco. But that's that circle of people that are always around you. They got their hand out to steady you. And they're also helping you with a hand up. A hand up, not a hand out, but a hand up when you're reaching for that next level. They're your mentors, they're your friends, they're the people that have done things that you desire that can help you reach that next level. The next one is, oh, did I lose my page? Oh, the tighten the circle was what I just said. Eat healthier, we all know. Even me as a number person, I know if I'm eating healthy, my body feels different and I function differently. So if you are, try to isolate out one food and see how your body feels. It, for me, has been life-changing. I never realized that there were certain foods that are, even milk. I drank a gallon of milk every 2 days pre-surgical. Then I didn't have it for a long period of time after. And then when I finally broke down and had it, I realized that it made me sick to my stomach, but I had gotten used to it pre-surgical. But what ended up happening is that I was getting allergy shots, 2 shots a week pre-surgical. When I stopped and I started analyzing, and I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not giving medical advice, but when I started learning about what made me feel good, I don't have shots and I really don't have issues with allergies anymore. So when my weight lost, when my attitude changed, and when I started figuring out how foods made me feel, I think I had food allergies that were unidentified. And I've kind of been able to identify them by looking at how I feel with different foods. The next one is get moving, just a few steps. It makes me feel happy. I love to get up and watch a sunrise as I'm walking in the morning. I love to count bunnies. There were 3 of them walking in front of me and my mom this morning. I loved it. It gives my mom and I opportunities to spend some time together in the morning. So there's some win-wins that way. It says, clear up your environment. That's kind of one of those, like the minimalism thing. They all talk about that if you're overwhelmed, that part of that can be overwhelming. You know, cleaning out your pantry. If you're surrounded by all the things that are making you stumble, you might want to get rid of them. This one I love, be unique. And I think being unique is, maybe I always felt that I was the oddball most of my life. You know, I was the redheaded little girl that I just always felt like the oddball. And now I'm realizing, you know what, it's okay to be unique, because those of us that are unique, that's the opportunity to change the world. If we all sit and stay inside the same box and do the exact same thing, nothing will ever change and nothing will get better. So let's be unique and see what we can do. What kind of magic is inside of us that we're afraid to let go of? jump out of it, jump out of that crazy box that everybody thought we were supposed to be into, and see what magic is waiting for you to experience. The next one, let go of toxic relationships hand in hand. You don't want to be low on the emotional scale, let them go. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. Forgive. Do what you can to make things better so everybody feels good, because we want everyone to feel good if they desire to feel good. If they want to stay low on the emotional scale, that's one of those people you want to limit your time with until they recognize that they want more for themselves. Meditate. I love meditation. I will do it all day long, 5-minute increments if I need it to get higher on the emotional scale. It says, remember who you are. You want to experience life, but don't get caught up in every other people's drama. The next one is love your body, wherever you're at. Are you getting thinner? Are you healthier? Are you able to do more with your family? Do you like your hands? Do you like your eyes? There's always something to love. And if you're not sure, ask other people too about personality things that they love about you, and put together that list about loving yourself. That way you can be positive with yourself. You can have that list to look back on, to remind yourself of what's good about you. Don't be afraid to be creative. That's kind of with the unique thing. Learn continuously and find ways to learn. YouTube, audios, books, go to masterminds, get a mentor, get a coach. There's so much available. And then stop being so tough on yourself. Give yourself a chance to enjoy this life and see what beauty it holds for all of us. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you very much. My life really started to get better when I had the bariatric surgery. And I'm not saying everybody should have bariatric surgery, but I took it next level when I joined Doc V's group. I'm doing things that I never dreamed possible. I came into his group hoping to have 10 years of my life. And now I know I'm not stopping until they have to drag me away. And I want that for you. Get curious, be unique, reach outside and see what magic waits for you. I think we all have magic in us that we don't want to take with, as Les Brown says, we don't want to take the creative magic uniqueness inside of us to the grave with us. We want to toss it out there and see what kind of dazzling diamonds we can leave on this earth and make it better than it was when we came in. You guys have a beautiful day, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.